Hello, you guys. This is Shelly D. Bridgman, and welcome to the Shelly D. Bridgman Show. And this is my testimony. So, hello. I'm looking at my app, and I think everything is blue now. I think it may have been red, but now it's blue. That's the updated color. And maybe one day I'll tell you the story about me and the color blue. But it's a good thing. It's a good sign. Anyhow, hello you guys. It is November 1st. I am making this recording. I'm catching the deadline. It is 11:43 at night. So on November 1st. So I'm doing this in time. I know I told you guys I would be here, so this is me keeping my word. It took the whole day, and you know what? I tell you, I wanted to have a direction. I wanted to know what my plan was, and I needed some rest. So it was a day of rest for me. I did absolutely nothing today. I mean, really, I slept the whole day. You know you're tired when you wake up and you go back to sleep. And you're not just saying, okay, I'm going to go to sleep. So I just slept the whole day. Like, really, I slept the whole day. Only now, let's see, I just went to Walmart. And it was in the Walmart parking lot after I came out and did my little purchase and did my little thing. And, you know, they had a good deal for me. I got a fleece blanket, right, for $5 and something, brand new, like $5.47, twin size, gray, for $5 and something. So, and it was the last one. I was like, where is this? You know, what? Yeah, I'm looking at all the prices. I'm like, okay, $9. I'll do $9, right? But I kept looking, and then I saw, you know, when it's a sale or something like that, the price tag was a different color. I'm like, okay, where's this $5 and something? Where is this thing at? And it was empty because, you know, today is the 1st. In the U.S., the 1st means something, okay? And so what I did yesterday was I did everything. I was so tired yesterday. Everything. I got his water. I got his food. Because, you know, I have to buy the same water all the time because he won't drink his water. He will not. In the summer, he would not drink his water. And I kept trying different things. I bought the dog water and all kind of stuff. Look, the dog water is so unknown that the people in the store were like, what are you talking about? They sold it and they didn't even know what it was. So I kept trying all these different waters, but this one lately, I don't know if his attitude, if he's just happy, but he drinks this water, so I have to go and get that water because he, you know, he's funny. So I bought his water, I bought his dog food, I bought like everything that I can think of. Going to the bank, everything that I could, getting gas, everything. I did it. Oh, I wish I had some throat things. I did it last night. I mean, I was tired and I just pushed myself. I was like, oh, let me do everything because I knew today was the 1st. And I was like, ooh, I didn't want to be caught up in it, right? But I needed a blanket. And I went to Walmart and I said, okay, I'm going to go to Walmart. And I went to Walmart. And when I walked in, there was this long line, right? You know, because they got to check you when you leave out. There was a long line of people being checked. But by the time I got to the front door, it was just me. And I was like, there you go. But yeah, I got this blanket for like $5.47 or something. And it's wonderful. It's a fleece blanket and it's wonderful. And I'm like, you know, see, that's one. And when I pulled into the parking lot, look, listen to this, right? When I pulled into the parking lot, I was sitting near the spot where I had put a lot of my belongings, right? I was like, this is my parking lot, right? So, yeah, it was something. When I came up with, I was sitting there having some snacks because I was like, I got to do this video. Because, you know, I got to drive to the library parking lot. You know that, right? So, Full disclosure, I'm like, somebody's waiting for this video. Somebody's waiting for it. One person, at least one person is waiting for it. So I said, I'm not just going to record it tonight. I'm going to record it and I'm going to upload it tonight. So it's late. So even if they don't see it tonight, it'll be there for them in the morning, right? So this is somebody. There's somebody. There's at least one person that's waiting for my video. And it'll be there for them. But, so, yes, I was sitting there having my little snacks and everything. And I was trying to figure out, because by this time I said I'm going to go to the library and do the video and upload it. But I'm like, you know, and what I said it'll come to me. I said, everything I do, I don't have a plan. I don't have any notes. I don't have anything. I said, it'll come to me, you know, what I'm supposed to do and what I'm supposed to say, right? But as I was sitting there having my snacks, because I was hungry, but I didn't want to go buy anything because I did so good this weekend with it's the weekend for me, with my food. I said, now why you want to go and mess with that by going to get some food in the middle of the night like this? And you know better than that, right? So I said, okay. So I ate my little Chex Mix snacks that I have, and I said, I'm going to let this work for me. And so while I was sitting there eating that, curbing my appetite, it came to me. And I said, okay, we did the October challenge, and I said, should it be the November challenge? But then it came to me, let me take these glasses off. It came to me, 90 days, that we are 90 days from the month being over. So you have October, 3 months, October, November, and December. So I came up with, I'm watching my time up, so I'm not dragging myself through this. So I came up with 90 days, essentially like a 90-day challenge, right? It's essentially a 90-day challenge. But I don't know how I'm going to title this, but it's a 90-day challenge. I may list it as November challenge. I may, because sometimes that helps, right? But it is essentially a 90-day challenge. It is essentially, because this is what I said for myself. Full disclosure. I have been making these recordings. And I listen to every single one of them, right? And then I had to catch up because I want to know what I'm putting out there. I want to know what I'm saying. I want to know what it sounds like and everything, right? And I was sitting there today. I kept going to sleep, right? It was so relaxing. And I didn't realize the last one, 31, I didn't realize it didn't have the music. But remember when I said about me updating the app and everything, so I saw the thing on there for the music, and then I just clicked it off because I was recording. I was recording when all this stuff was going on, right? And so when I listened to it today, I kept getting halfway through, and then I'd pass out. I was going to sleep because it was relaxing, which is that's what we want to do, right? It's not boring; it's relaxing. And so I finally listened to the whole thing, right? But I realized there was no music. I'm like, see, I didn't even know that. But it was still good. So I wasn't disappointed or anything. Just surprised. But, so, yeah, what I decided is, I don't even know what I'm talking about that. But, yeah, so I decided that, it's essentially 90 days. 90 days. So we did October. We're going to do November. I'm looking back at him. Him in his face. He is something else. We did October. We're going to do November. And then we're going to do December. Oh, that's what I was saying. What I learned is... Okay, I don't want to be prideful or anything, but let's say it like this. I have improved, okay, from when I first started. I improved, and this is what I came up with, right? whatever you practice, you get better at, right? So it is in my best interest to continue to do this every day. If I do this every day, imagine how much better I'll be after 90 days, right? If I do this every day, imagine that still is a commitment. When you start a job, look, Steve Harvey, when you start a job, you know how oftentimes there's a 90-day probation, right? Okay, so we're going to do this for 90 days. We're going to do 90 days. Imagine 90 days, and that's taking us through, well, kind of 90 days. That's taking us through the end of this year. So if you can make a commitment to yourself to do whatever it is that you need to do through these holidays, through this time, because it's kicking up right now, through this holiday season, even if you don't celebrate the holiday or whatever, to finish up this year, because I was talking to you, I was like, oh, this end of the year. Okay, so to finish up this year, and you are my accountability partners, right? Because you're here with me doing this. So, like I was saying before, that one of my classes in college was that we had to study the class. We had to study the development of the class, right? Certain personalities emerge. The group dynamic, right, of the class. It was like a small class. It wasn't like 200. It was a small class. And so that's something to look at. Just like people say, I remember when you first started and it was like this and like that. I can see the progress. So if I continue to do this every day, imagine how much better I'll be, right? Because you look at it like this. You can have a conversation with a friend or something, but I'm essentially public speaking. This is public speaking. I am public speaking every day. Because I told you, I imagine I'm not in the room with a friend. I'm speaking to the masses, right? So if I can do this and have a serious level of comfortability with this, I'm doing something, right? I'm doing something. And God only knows what I'm preparing myself for, right? God only knows what I'm preparing myself for. And I said, I'm going to say this out loud. I was sitting in the parking lot eating my Chex Mix. These huge bags at the Dollar Store for $1.25. When I bought them, I bought one bag. This was the other day when I was getting off work, because there's one down the street from my job, and it's a good one. They have like good stuff, right? This is a nice neighborhood. And so, and in the morning, there's nobody there. So, when I get off at 8. So, when I was checking out, and they saw them, like, hey, we have this big old bag for $1.25. The ladies in the store, they're like, So I'm like, let me go get 2 more bags, right? So I just finished up my bag of Chex Mix, right? So, yeah, so while I was sitting in the parking lot finishing up my Chex Mix and not going to get tacos, I said, what if, come on now. Whew. I said, what if I was preparing myself for the inauguration? What if I was that person? For every inauguration, there is a speaker. There's a poet, right? What if I'm preparing myself for the inauguration? What if? Because after 30 days, if I'm this comfortable, imagine, where I will be in 90 days. Imagine where I'll be, right? And I'm not gonna go way deep underneath with all of that, but it's possible. It is possible. And here's the thing about this too. This is all what I came up with, eating my little Chex Mix in the parking lot. Anybody that connects with me, they know what they're getting. Because it's all right here. It's all right here. Now, I haven't told you everything, but you essentially know who I am, right? Without me having to tell you. Without me having to, like I told the guy at work, I said, I'm too old for an interview, right? You essentially know what you're getting. So this right here, this what I'm doing is serving a lot of purposes. It is serving the purpose of, you know what you're getting. It's serving the purpose of me practicing. I can't think of a better word. Me getting better at this. I'm working on my storytelling, right? Look, listen, I'm telling you guys all the secrets. Don't you, I was going to say, don't you tell anybody. I want the Hemingway Award. I want the Hemingway Award. I was talking to myself about that. Right? They give it to comedians and stuff, but he was a writer. He was a writer. Right? I want the Hemingway Award. Okay? I don't need an Oscar. I don't need a Tony. I want the Hemingway Award. Okay? So this is who I am. So you see me sitting here, and I tell you I'm in the parking lot, I'm at the library, I got the little dog barking and whining and everything. I'm telling you. Yes. When Tabitha Brown said, she said, I could see myself maybe doing a commercial for Target, but not having product. And she now has an Emmy, a whole Emmy. Okay, well, I want the Hemingway Award. I want the Hemingway Award, and I want to do the inauguration. The one that's coming in January. That's what I'm talking about, 2025. So that's what I'm preparing myself for. I'm preparing myself for that. Okay? This is no notes. This is, in 90 days. Because I'm telling you, it's like, that's why I encourage people to journal, right? That's why even in school, we encourage, the kids to journal, because you're exercising your writing muscle. Excuse me. How do you get better at something if you don't do it? The talking that I'm doing with you guys is something that I don't do with anyone else. It's something that I can't do with anyone else, right? Having a conversation with a friend is different from what I'm doing here. That's why I said, come on now. That's why I gave Wendy Williams the credit that was due to her. Because that's what she was doing. She was sitting there, number one talk show. She was sitting there just talking. Just talking. Oftentimes, she didn't have a guest or whatever. She was sitting there talking, and people were tuned in. They were tuned in. So I knew then that it was to be done. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sitting here and I'm just talking. Okay? So I am preparing for the inauguration. They know how to reach me. They know how to find me. And there's some stuff I could tell you, this and that, that would connect me to that. But I think I'm the perfect candidate. I'm the perfect candidate for that. I'm the perfect candidate for the inauguration, to be the poet. Perfect. Okay? So that's what I'm practicing for the inauguration. Oh, that just gave me a headache. I just gave myself a headache. Okay? And I believe, because I'm not just doing this just to, I don't have anything else to do. Because I do. I do. I got a whole life that I'm trying to manage, but not trying to, that I'm managing, but yeah, I'm preparing myself for the inauguration to get that call. Okay? So, all right, so that's that. And the Hemingway Award. That's what I want. And you know what's so funny about me saying this? I believe in what I'm saying. I believe in the power of what I'm saying. Because, I told you about don't tell people stuff. oh no, this is different. This is speaking life. Okay? This is speaking it out to the world, to the universe, to whoever and however. This is who I'm talking to. Okay? This is not some person on my job that I know that really doesn't like me and wishes me ill. No. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. And this is what I'm supposed to be saying to you. Okay? So that's what I'm preparing myself for. When I told you I walked into my car and I was confused because in my mind I see the car that I want and I'm like, wait a minute, this is not that car, this is not that vehicle. But I had to get myself together. Like, okay, it's not here yet. It's not here yet. This is what we're driving right now. This is what we're driving right now. But I tell you right now, in the parking lot. I got this scarf on my neck because I was the last recording I was sniffling. I said, oh, we don't want that, right? That's kind of irritating. So now I'm sitting here. So I turned the heat on before I got here. I turned the heat on to get myself together, and it did start clearing up. And then I put the scarf on my neck to get my. Hope you can hear me taking the scarf off. And to try to get myself together, because people don't realize that stuff is bad. It's bad. It is. Nobody wants to hear all that. If your voice is if it doesn't sound like whatever, the great announcer, okay, that is what it is. We got all kind of everything. But all that, even if you have a little noise, something comes up, I have the dog barking. Okay, life is life, but all that sniffling and coughing, oh my goodness, that's a little off-putting. It just is. So I heard it on my last recording. I was like, oh my goodness, it was only like 3 of them or something. But I was like, ooh. Like I said, if it bothers me, it bothers somebody else. So yeah, so I'm speaking life. I'm speaking life over myself. That's what I want. I want to be the poet for the inauguration that is coming in January. I want the Hemingway Award, and I know the car that I want. I can see it. I can see it. That other car, I think they sold it because now there's another one in its place, which is fine because I wanted the other one. But yeah, so that's it. So it's essentially like a 90-day challenge, October, November, December. So you can go ahead and jump in. So I'm probably going to label this video or this show or this recording as November. I may label it as that. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to go through the end of this year. And so again, the intention is we're at the end of the year. So let's go ahead and do this just like I'm doing it. And it all came together for me. I'm looking at this just like you're looking at it, and I'm listening to it. I'm looking at the picture that says my testimony, Shelly D. Bridgman. This is exactly what I envisioned for myself. It's here today. When I did all of this, this is what I saw, and it all came together. This is it. I'm doing it. You're looking at me, and I'm talking to you, and this is my testimony, and this is who I am, right? So we're gonna do this through the end of the year. We're going to continue with whatever personal development that we want to accomplish, right? Everybody has their own thing. For me, I said 30 days. I said 30 days was a big deal for me. It was. And so if I can continue, not if I can, but with the ability to continue to do this every day, it's going to really, 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 really help to develop me with, when you can commit to something, it gives you a good feeling about yourself. Because I haven't committed to anything in years. But not just that. I look at how it has helped me to grow, to get better at my public speaking, because this is public speaking. I've gotten better, so this will help me to continue to get better at it. You're my accountability partner, so if I eat a pie today, you're gonna know I ate a pie, because it's not what I should do. So it's just an overall development. I'm gonna continue to say personal development or whatever, but it's what you see for yourself. We all know what we need to do. So that's what we're gonna do. It's essentially kind of like a 90-day challenge. But we're breaking it up, because oftentimes if you say 90 days, that might sound like a little much. So you have to get in the video, and you have to know what I'm talking about, that it's really 90 days, but we're probably going to break it down into each month, so a person doesn't feel overwhelmed. So that's what we're doing, checking out with you. Today was a day of rest for me. It was a day of rest, because you can't go from this to that. You gotta take a break. You gotta put a comma in there. And so I needed to rest up today. And it was kind of a celebration too, just quiet, and I just slept, because I was hanging in there every day for the whole month. I was hanging in there. And now I know a little more about what I'm up against, and I feel good about what I've done so far. And I'm telling you, my goal is the inauguration. That's my goal. I want to be her. Okay, so that's what I'm preparing myself for, is the inauguration, and nobody knows this. So this is me and you. This is me and you. I'm telling you, and I haven't told not a soul, nobody. So I'm going to be more tolerant of everything around me, because I know what my goal is. Because you know what? And I thought about it. I said, well, don't they make a decision about that person? Nah, they can. People do what they want to do. People do what they want to do, and I'm telling you, I'm the perfect person. I'm the perfect person. My background, everything, my family, everything. I'm the perfect person. I am. And people like, because in these times, with this internet and stuff, all people have to do is get a whisper or something. That's all they have to do, is get a whisper. That's all they have to do, and it's possible in this day and time. So that's what I'm getting prepared for, is the inauguration. I see lights behind me. I don't know if this is a police car or fire truck, or I told you I'm over here in the parking lot, child. So anyhow, I'm not gonna keep you tonight, because I'm working on borrowed time here. But I'm gonna get some rest tonight, and excuse me, I had my day of rest today, and then I was like because I need to go up to my storage room and deal with that stuff over there. And then I said, oh yeah, I told them I have to tell them by the 5th if I'm gonna go or stay. And I'm like, and then I thought about it. If I'm gonna stay, I gotta pay them $200. I'm like, nah, we're not doing that. We're not paying them $200. And then I looked, because it was nighttime when I finally drove by there tonight, and before I went to Walmart, and I went and I said, let me at least see if the window is repaired. So the window is repaired, so that's at least something. But I've been busy doing everything else, and I had wanted to go by there just to make sure everything was safe. And that's not a good feeling. I have too many other things to do than to be worried about if my stuff is safe, right? So I already know the other place where I'm gonna what I'm gonna talk to, and I said I'll actually look online to see if what what they have available and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm gonna get started on that probably next week. Not probably, but next week. I'm gonna get started on. I'm gonna get the new room. I'm gonna get that next week. That's what I'm gonna do. Excuse me. I'm gonna get that next week, and then so whatever I'm gonna keep, because you can't. Okay? See, I already been through this. You can't sort in a storage room. You just can't. So what I know I'm gonna keep, what I know I'm absolutely gonna keep, I'm gonna go ahead and get the new storage room next week, and then just move the stuff over to the new storage room. The stuff that I know I'm gonna keep. That's what I'm gonna do. So, but the whole point was to get the stuff out of the other place because it was far. It was far, and the hours were just really inconvenient. So, but this place, excuse me, it's really closer in my circle. It's across the street from the gas station that I go to, the only one that I go to, and it's right in between the two Walmarts that I go to. So it's really in my neck of the woods, so to speak. So yeah, so this is my journey, and just like see how I'm sharing with you the details of this and that. Like I said, if you call me, you reach out to me, you know what you're getting, because this is it. This is it. Okay, you know it will all be here for you to see, so you don't have to wonder who is Shella Bridgman, who is Shella D. You don't have to wonder. Okay. So that's it. I'm glad you guys are still here with me. And I was thinking about you, and that's why I said let me go do this tonight. I said there's somebody that is tuned in, that's connected, and they're waiting to see. Because you know what, there've been a few programs that I really like watching online, and then they have some kind of little falling out, amongst the little group, the little people or something. Not to sound bad, little people, but they have some kind of something, and then it goes away, and I'm like, dang, I really like that. And because I don't do a lot of this and that, when I watch a program, it's it's good for me. It's good for me. So there is somebody waiting to see what's coming next. And so here I am. I'm here, and I'm gonna be here, and we're gonna do this together, and we're gonna walk this out. And we're gonna go through the end of the year. That's the foreseeable future. I told you what my goals are. If you a praying lady or whatever, put the prayers out. If you a prayer warrior, but hey, let's get to it. We're going for the inauguration. We're going for the inauguration, and we're going for the Hemingway Award. And I don't laugh because I think it's funny. I'm serious. And you can say the car. I know what it is, but you can just say the car. You know what? I got a pain in my neck. I felt it. I think it's I think this is actually where my thyroid is. I touched it and it hurt. But then, you get to a certain age and you're like, what is that? You got one on the other side, like, oh, okay, it's supposed to be there. But it's sore. It's sore. But your diet can cause a whole lot of problems. All that sugar I was eating, it makes, like all kind of problems. Like my knee started hurting and all that stuff. And so I still need to get all this sugar out of my system. Like I was hot earlier. I'm like, ooh, I still got to get all that sugar out of my system because it's just bad. It's bad news. And everybody likes my hair, you guys. When I went to get my food yesterday from the restaurant, this lady walked up to me and gave me a backhanded compliment, but it was still a compliment. I could feel her energy. I didn't even look her in the eye. I just said, oh, thank you. I think I looked her in the eye at the very last minute, just to not be totally rude because it's like kind of a Christian place. But I could feel her energy. Instead of just saying, oh, your hair looks nice, she said some other stuff that she didn't need to say, right? But it's working. My hair is working, y'all. I got my new hairdo and it's working. So, anyhow, Thanks, you guys, for being here with me. I hope that you are. I felt really good today. I felt good. I felt good because every single thing that I needed to do, I did it yesterday. There was nothing that I needed to run around and do. I had completed my 31-day challenge, the challenge for October. Everything. I just really felt good, and it was my actual day off. Friday is my actual day off, and so I just sat there and I just enjoyed it. You can't go from, how do you say, I can't think of the word for it. Put it like this: when you accomplish something, you need to celebrate it, and you need to take a break before you jump into the next thing. Don't just go from this to that. You have to take the time to acknowledge that you accomplished something, celebrate it, celebrate yourself, take a breath, and then go to the next thing, right? That's what you have to do. So that's what I did today. I accomplished everything that I possibly could have done yesterday. I did that yesterday, and so today I took a breath. I took a breath today, and I'm going to get back in it tomorrow. So this is me connecting with you today. It's the first day of November, and I wanted to let you know that I'm still here, and we're still in this together. So, okay. So it'll probably say November challenge. That's how I'll do it. It'll say November challenge. And so that's it. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for, as the people say, riding with me. And we're doing this together. So I know this is the right thing. I'm looking at this picture. I know it's the right thing, and I hope that you're getting as much out of this as I am, because I know it's 2,000% for me. I listen to the videos and I want to listen to them again, but I can't do that, right? I can't just keep listening to them. I gotta move on. I got other stuff to do, but I thank you for being here. The 4, the 17, the 9, the 8, the 71, the whoever you are, whichever one you are, the 4, the 3, whichever one. Thank you for being here. It's like when people, what do they say? People they do the autographs, right? It's like if there's nobody listening, then you got nothing, right? So I thank you for being there. I thank you because, listen to this. Let me make sure you understand what I'm saying. I took a step and I said, I'm going to do this. It's something I had been wanting to do forever, but I couldn't figure out how to do it. I just couldn't figure out, because I'm affiliated with a school district and stuff, right? I could never figure out, even when I did my book, I could never figure out how do you live a public life but be private. I wrote that in the book. How do you I could not figure it out. How do you live a public life and a private life and have a private life at the same time? But I finally figured it out. I'm doing it. You don't get no more public than this. I'm online telling all my business, right? But I'm still being private because I'm keeping enough to myself that it's okay. I'm totally okay. So, but what I'm saying is, one, this is something that I've been trying to do forever, so that means I'm finally accomplishing a goal. And two, what if I decided to take this step and do this and nobody was there? What if nobody was there? What if not even one viewer was there? Not even one. Then I would have to encourage myself. The song I was telling you about, the lady singing this song, it's about encourage it. Sometimes I'm not gonna do that. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself, but it's the tone in her voice is really different. And in the video, I talked about in the last video. In the video, you see even the people in the audience, they're like amazed at her voice, because it's like her voice is sweet. Her voice is really sweet, and so that's what it's about. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. And so If there was no one there, if there was no one watching, not one person, I would just have to encourage myself and say, oh, well, maybe they'll get it later. But I know I'm doing the right thing. I would have to do that much work to keep myself going. But you're there. Like I said, sometimes it's 3, sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 17, 11, 9, 10, 71. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know what the possibility is. That's what I'm saying. It could be me at the inauguration. And then you would say, I remember her and I was there and she said it, right? Oh, boy. Ooh, gosh. Life is full of possibilities. And as long as you're here, you don't know what might come your way for the better. So just keep going in the right direction. Keep moving. Keep moving. Like they say, if you stand in line long enough, your turn is going to come. That's a fact. If you stand in line long enough, your turn is going to come. So, thank you for helping me along the road. Thank you. Thank you for being here with me. I love you for that. And we have 41 minutes. I tell you, time just clicks along. So, anyway, we're in November. We're going to do it again. Another challenge. I love you so much. Thank you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.